Welcome to DM classes. I am Devraj. Today we'll discuss two concepts, domestic territory and normal residence. Normal residence means a person, it may be a person and or a institution who resides in a country more than 1 year and whose economic interest lies in that country. Economic interest means earning, spending and saving. Normal residence. A residence may be a person or an institution or who ordinarily resides in a country and whose economic interest lies in that country. So, two conditions to be a resident of a country: staying for more than 1 year in a country and center of economic interest, earning, spending, and saving lies in that country. And here, normal residence definition. Normal residence of a country refers to an individual, may be a person or institutions, who resides in a country and whose economic interest lies in that country. And citizen versus residence. Some students having doubt about residence and citizen. A resident may be a citizen of a country or a foreigner, does not mind, but whose economic interest lies in that country and for more than 1 year who resides in a country is called residence. It may be a citizen or foreigner. So citizen versus residence. It is related to nationality, whose eligibility of nationality fulfilled, then it is a citizen, and residence, it may be foreigner or a citizen of a country. So, and another concept, domestic territory of a country. We know about domestic territory, simply know that political boundary of a country is called domestic territory. But in wider concept, there is so many uh, outer part also coming in our domestic territory. So let's get started about this concept. By domestic territory, a layman's understanding, political frontiers of a country, but national accounting, it is used in a wider sense. It is included in domestic territory of a country. Political boundary, you see, political boundary of India is included in domestic territory of India. But in this country also there are so many international organizations like World Bank, IMF, and World Health Organization, WHO. These office areas conquered by these office are not coming under the domestic territory of our India. And there are so many like routes operated by shipping and aeroplanes, air routes are coming under our domestic territory. We will further discuss about it. If you getting any doubt, let us comment in comment section. I will try to explain it. Domestic or economic territory. We will explain it further. According to the United Nations, economic territory is the geographical territory administered by government within which persons, goods, and capital circulate freely. It means a domestic territory means it is the area in which rules and regulation of a government is can be operated and persons, individuals, goods, and capital can be freely moved. Is called domestic territory. Move to next. Clearly, we can say that freedom of circulation of persons, goods, and capital is the basic criterion of economic territory. Economic territory, also known as domestic territory, for including it. Thus, those part of political frontiers of a country whose government does not enjoy the freedom For example, I already told you that I have already said you that embassies like army camps located in our country are not coming under domestic territory of our country. And remember that income generated within domestic territory during a year is called domestic income. Income from international organizations like uh, World Trade Organization, World Health Organization, and foreign embassies located in India are regarded as income from abroad because these are not domestic territory. Area controlled by WTO, WHO, and foreign embassy army camps are not coming under domestic territory. So income from these organization, international organization are not coming under our domestic territory. It is regarded as income from abroad. Move to next. This is Embassy of India, Washington DC, USA. So it is our domestic territory. It is included in domestic territory of India. And Embassy of India, Moscow, it is Russia. It is also included in domestic territory of India. Understanding through example. Well, I will explain through example. Indian embassy located in USA considered into domestic territory of India. So USA embassy located in India is considered as domestic territory of USA. In our political territory, USS embassy located in Delhi are considered as domestic territory of USA. It is our not domestic territory. Mind that embassies are not included in domestic territory as they are not administered by the government of the country in which they are located. Again, note that domestic territory is also called economic territory. What is included, what is not included in domestic territory, I will discuss. Watch the video till the end. The domestic or economic territory includes territory lying within the political frontiers of a country. It also includes water bodies, territorial water also. Coastal areas, water bodies also include ships. Second, ships and aircrafts owned and operated by the residents between the two or more countries also included. For example, fishing boats operated by Indian fishermen in the international waters of Indian Ocean will be considered as part of domestic territory of India. Understood? Next, the embassies, consulates and military establishment of the country located in abroad also included in domestic territory of India. To illustrate, Indian embassies in Russia, America and other countries will form part of domestic territory of India. Similarly, embassies of other countries like Japan, Russia, America located in our India are part of domestic territory of their own country. It is not our domestic territory. Move to next. In concise manner, I have written it. Domestic territory of a country. It includes uh, what I have discussed. You can take it. Take this screenshot. So next, it is international trade. It is not a part of. It is not included in domestic territory of a country. This World Trade Organization. It is symbol of World Trade Organization. Area controlled by WTO is not coming under domestic territory of our India or of a country because it is international territory, and it is also IMF, International Monetary Fund, area controlled by International Monetary Fund do not coming under domestic territory of any country, but it is a international territory. Also like this, World Health Organization. This is symbol of World Health Organization. See it, World Health Organization. Area controlled and operated by WHO is not a domestic territory of a country, but it is a international territory. What domestic territory does not include? Terrestrial enclaves like embassies used and administered by foreign government. It is not included. International organizations which are physically located within geographical or political boundary of a country, their offices form part of international territory. What I have discussed previously, it is I have written. Following points need to be noted down. Normal residents cover both individuals and institutions. Normal residents may be a person or a institution or an institution. Second, normal residents include both citizen or non-citizens. It may be citizen of a country or a foreigner. International bodies like World Bank, World Health Organization, WHO and International Monetary Fund are not considered residents of the country which these organizations operated, but these are treated as residents of an international territory. So thank you for watching this video. I will explain everything on upcoming video. If you comment according to your need, I will explain every concept. So Indian people, focus it, don't distract your mind. Indian people employed in international institutions located in India are treated as residents of India because their economic interest lies in India. People of India are employed. So many people of India are employed in international organizations located in India, like IMF, World Bank, and WHO. These are international organizations. So income from these organizations are regarded as income from abroad because these are not domestic territory of our India. These are international territory. But Indian people employed in international organizations located in abroad do not treated as residents of India because their economic interests do not lie in India. So thank you for watching this video. Keep your studying and take your health care. Thank you for watching this video. I'll upload another most important video. If you benefited from this video, like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get updates from our YouTube channel.